Mommy, are you there? Mommy, I'm scared. What did I do to deserve this? At the age of 3, until I went to first grade, in one of my mother's rages, she locked me in my closet in my bedroom. That was a regular thing that she did. I was in that closet for 7 hours a day for almost 4 years. I sat in that closet and I thought, as a little girl, is this normal? Is this the way life is? She was a very sick woman, and drugs and alcohol made sure that I never had a childhood. Guts and no glory. Well, I'll tell you something. There's a lot of guts, and sometimes your gut is so wrenched up inside of you that you don't know exactly how you're going to get through anything because of the fear and the sadness and the sorrow that you feel. And as a little girl, what did I know about fear and sadness? I escaped that life at 19 years old, but there was a good man behind all that, my daddy. Daddy Ray was an incredible man. He was a survivor. He was abused by my mother. And he stayed for us kids. He was my hero. I know that in life there's a lot of challenges because I've had a lot. When I escaped at 19, I married a man just like my mommy. He beat me. He told me that I was a mistake just like my mother did. All my life, until I was 40 years old, I thought I was a mistake. But I got fed up. I was living in Alaska, and I got fed up with the abuse. And so I walked out. Talk about guts. There I was with a 6-month-old baby girl in my car living for 6 months on the street. I worked as a cocktail waitress at a beautiful hotel, but nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. Nobody knew what I came from, but I did. I loved my daughter so much that I wanted to take her away and save her. So I tried. I tried to do that. And with the help of friends and my management company with Westin Hotels, I started college. I got roommates. I got a place to live finally. And there was my daughter and I, all well and good. But then came the divorce. One night while I was laying my head to rest during a visitation with my ex-husband, my daughter Renee was kidnapped. For 6.5 years, I didn't know if she was alive or dead. I didn't get to see her first grade pictures. I didn't get to be there with her. So at 5.5 years old, she was gone. The only blessing that I had in my life, the only splendor I had in my life was taken from me in the middle of the night. And again, the lights went out. My father was a great man. He was my hero, as I've told you. And during those 6.5 years, my papa looked for my daughter. He helped us try to find her. It was a long and treacherous search. And finally, God, who I thought had abandoned me, and I knew there was a God from the very beginning. My family life was all about God. We went to church. We were in, everything was about God. And yet we didn't live that way. So when I got my daughter back, I knew there was a God. I knew that God wasn't going to make me suffer anymore. That love that I felt when I first gave birth to her was going to be back in my heart again. And Papa made sure that happened. With his financial help and his undying love for both Renee and I, we found her. And after a whole year of court cases, lots of money my daddy spent, we got her back. And it was wonderful. But as in everybody's life, all of you here, there are challenges. No matter what we do in life, there's going to be more challenges. So, at 59, I had sung at Carnegie Hall, a lifelong dream of mine and my papa's. And then, my daddy died. My daddy, my hero. The man that made good things happen in my life was gone. He died in my arms one dark night in one dark room. And again, the lights went out. I miss my papa. It's been 4 years now. And there isn't a day that I don't think about him and his survivor mode, the way that he could communicate and love unconditionally. I miss him. I miss his advice. I miss everything about him. I also lost my mom, and she died early. She was 53 years old. She died very young of alcoholism and drugs. And then a year later, I lost my sister, my dear sister Ginger, in a tragic car accident 10 days after she was married. I can tell all of you that, I'm standing here tonight. It hasn't been easy. Life isn't easy. Anyone that thinks that life is easy, you better think again. I'm not telling you my story because of the fact that I feel sorry for myself. Oh my gosh, I don't feel sorry for myself. I have a great life. I started a business 6 years ago. I started a great business. And all of a sudden, again, the lights went out. I had a business partner. And one night, $1 million was gone. I went into work one day and everything was cleared out. All the money was gone from the bank. And I was devastated. I keep wondering in my life, why do my lights keep going out? Well, I'll tell you why. Because God knows how strong I am. I'm a survivor. I don't feel sorry for myself. The only reason I'm sharing this story with you tonight is because I want you to know that no matter what happens to you, you can be strong. You can survive anything. I had 8 years of panic attacks. They were devastating. I almost couldn't leave my home. Yet I had a great job. I worked for Wyndham Hotels. I worked directly for the president, troubleshooting 400 hotels for him. And I could not lose this job. One night when I was on one of my trips to Chicago, I had one of the most devastating, horrible, terrifying panic attacks. I was shaking in this hotel room. I didn't know anybody. I was there to help the catering and salespeople. And there I was, shaking. I fell to my knees in that dark room. And I begged God, please, Lord, take away these panic attacks. I don't want them anymore. Please, God. It's been 21 years, and I've never had another one.
Praise God.
The following 4 years that I worked for the president of Wyndham, I achieved over $24 million in sales. And I troubleshooted over 40 hotels and made them money. So the lesson in all this tonight is to keep on trucking. My daddy used to tell me, Kurner, when things get tough, keep on trucking. And so that's what I do. I keep on trucking. And you all can do that. No matter what you're going through tonight, whatever you're going through in your life, just remember, you have the strength. You have the ability. If you believe it, you can receive it. And if, for some reason, you find yourself in a dark closet, go towards the light.